My dearest dreamer, welcome back to your safe space. Find a comfortable position, lie down, close your eyes, and prepare to follow the sound of my voice. Your journey to peace begins now. Let's begin our visualization tonight, not in a distant land, but in a familiar, quiet room. Imagine yourself sitting at an old, heavy wooden desk. The hour is late, the world outside is asleep. The only light in the room comes from a single warm desk lamp, casting a soft, golden circle on the surface of the wood. Before you is a large, open book. It is a star atlas, a map of the night sky. Your fingers are gently tracing the lines, the faint, dotted lines that connect the stars, forming the constellations. You trace the familiar shape of the Great Bear and the hunter, Orion. And as you do, you feel a familiar, gentle pull. A quiet longing, not for a place on earth, but for the vast, silent, peaceful expanse above. You look up from the book, towards the window. Through the glass, you can see the real night sky. It is a perfect, clear winter night. The stars are sharp, like tiny, brilliant pinpricks of diamond light. No clouds, no moon, just the infinite, perfect velvet darkness. And you remember the promise you made to yourself, that on a night just like this, a perfect, clear night, you would make the journey. You feel that familiar, gentle pull again, stronger this time, a quiet, persistent call. The call of the mountain and the call of the old stone observatory that rests upon its peak. You close the heavy atlas. The sound is a soft, muffled thud. You make the decision. Tonight is the night. Let's feel this quiet sense of purpose. There is no rush, just a calm, steady resolve. It is time to see them for yourself. It is time to go. You stand up from your desk and begin the quiet ritual of preparing. Let's visualize this together, slowly, mindfully. We are in no hurry. Imagine yourself pulling on your warmest layers, a thick woolen sweater, heavy, comfortable socks, the feeling of the fabric, soft and protective. You pull on your sturdy winter boots, lacing them up securely. And finally, your heavy coat, your scarf, and your gloves. You are ready. A safe, warm traveler prepared to meet the cold. You step outside, and the night air greets you. It is sharp, cold, and perfectly still. It feels pure. You take a deep, slow breath, and the cold air fills your lungs, awakening your senses, but calming your mind. The sky above is exactly as you saw it, a perfect, clear, diamond-sharp canopy of stars. You begin to walk down the quiet street of your sleeping town and towards the edge of the woods, where the mountain path begins. The path is covered in a deep, fresh, untouched blanket of snow. You take your first step onto the path, and you hear that sound, the only sound in the entire world. The sound of your boot pressing into the fresh, dry, cold snow. A soft, satisfying, gentle crunch. Let's begin our ascent. Let's focus all of our attention on this sound and this rhythm. You take another step. Crunch. And another. Crunch. This is our rhythm for the journey. This is our anchor. Let's walk together. Left and right. Let's just settle into this steady, simple, meditative pace. There is nothing else to do, nowhere else to be. Just this path, this sound, and this beautiful, silent night. With every step, let a thought from the day fall away. Let it dissolve into the perfect, cold snow behind you. Left, a worry fades. Right, a question dissolves. Left and right, just walking, just being. The path begins to climb, gently, into the tall, silent pine forest. The moonlight streams down, and the forest is transformed. It is a world of silver and blue. The snow on the branches of the tall pine trees sparkles. It looks as though the trees themselves are dusted with crushed stars. The air in here, under the canopy, is even more still, more silent. The only sound is your own steady rhythm. Crunch, crunch, crunch. You are climbing higher now. The path winds gently up the mountainside. You can feel the gentle, steady work of your body, but it is a pleasant feeling, a feeling of strength, of purpose. And the cold, clear air makes every breath feel clean and bright. Let's just stay with this for a long, long time. Just the steady rhythm of our steps, the magical, silver-blue light of the moon on the snow, the deep, profound silence of the sleeping forest, and the steady, calm rhythm of your own breathing. In and out, walking and breathing, climbing and releasing. Crunch, crunch, crunch. We continue to climb steadily, rhythmically, and as we do, we begin to notice a change in the world around us. The trees are no longer the tall, towering pines. They are becoming smaller, more gnarled, sculpted by the wind. They are thinning out, creating wider gaps between them. More and more of the starry sky is visible above. The path becomes steeper, and the snow cover is thinner here, revealing the dark, ancient stone of the mountain beneath. Our rhythm continues, steady and purposeful. And then we pass the last high mountain pine, a final, twisted, beautiful sentinel standing alone against the stars. We step past it, and the world opens up. The forest is below us now. We have emerged onto the high, open plateau of the mountain, and the sky is immense. It is no longer a view through the trees. It is a vast, perfect, dark dome stretching from one horizon to the other. And the stars, oh, the stars. Without the trees, They are brilliant. They seem close enough to touch. You can see the soft, glowing river of the Milky Way, a cloud of light painted across the entire canvas of the night. A new sound joins our journey, the wind. Down in the forest, it was just a faint whisper. Up here, it is a clear, high, lonely sound. It is not a harsh or angry wind. It is the sound of pure, clean, empty space. The sound of the mountain breathing. It flows around you, carrying the scent of frost and stone. Let's walk on. The path is now just a trail of stones marking the way across the vast, open snowfield. The snow here is different. It's shallower, sculpted by the wind into beautiful, flowing drifts. And it sparkles under the brilliant starlight like an ocean of diamonds. Let's return to our rhythm, our footsteps and our breath, left and right, breathing in the cold, pure, starry air, breathing out, letting go of everything. Let's just be in this moment, this vast, beautiful, empty, and perfect moment. There is only the silver blue light of the moon on the snow, the sound of the clear, high wind, the steady, rhythmic sound of your own solid steps, and the overwhelming, silent, breathtaking beauty of the stars above. You feel small, but in the most wonderful way. A tiny, warm spark of life walking peacefully through a world of silver and shadow. You feel connected to the mountain, to the sky. You feel perfectly, profoundly at peace. We continue our steady, rhythmic walk across the open, sparkling plateau, left and right, just the sound of our steps and the sound of the high, clear wind. The path begins to climb one last time, a gentle, final ascent towards the very summit of the mountain. And as we reach the top, we see it. There, silhouetted against the river of stars, is the observatory. Let's stop walking now. The sound of our footsteps ceases, and the world becomes even quieter. Just the sound of the wind and the sight of our destination. Let's take a long moment to just look, to build this image in our mind's eye. It is an old stone building, round and strong. A large metal dome sits on top, like a heavy crown. Everything is covered in a soft, thick blanket of untouched snow, making it look less like a building and more like a part of the mountain itself. It is dark, silent, still. It seems to be asleep, dreaming of the stars it watches. But as we get a little closer, we see one small sign of welcome, a single, small, arched window on the side of the stone tower, and from within it, a very faint, very soft, warm light is glowing, a pinprick of gold in the vastness of the silver and blue, a sign of life. This is our place. This is our sanctuary for the night. We feel a sense of purpose, a quiet sense of coming home. Let's walk the final few steps, across the flat, snowy summit towards the heavy wooden door. We stand before the door. It is tall, made of thick, dark wood, with a large iron ring for a handle. It looks ancient and strong. The barrier between the cold, vast, beautiful outside and the warm, quiet, mysterious inside. It is time to enter. We stand before the heavy wooden door. The high, clear sound of the mountain wind flows around us. We are ready to enter. But the door is locked, and we have no key. Let's take a moment. Let's remember. We know where it is hidden. Let's move to the stone wall, just to the right of the door. Feel the ancient, frozen stone under your gloved fingers. There is a loose stone just here. We pull it out, revealing a small, dark, hidden alcove. And inside, resting on the cold stone, is the key. It is a large, heavy, old-fashioned iron key. Imagine picking it up. Feel its surprising weight and its intense, biting cold, even through your gloves. This is the key to the sky. We return to the door and find the large iron lock. Let's guide the key into the frozen keyhole. It resists for a moment, a tiny scrape of ice, and then it slides in. Now, let's turn it. We wrap both hands around the key and turn. It is stiff from the cold. We have to use all our strength, a slow, steady, determined push. We hear a sound, a slow, resisting scrape, and then a deep, satisfying clunk. The mechanism has yielded. The lock is open. Now, the door itself. We grasp the large, cold iron ring handle, and we pull. It is massive, heavy, stuck to its frame by the frost. We pull again, steadily, putting our weight into it. And with a deep, slow, resonant groan, the door begins to move. It scrapes against the stone floor as it slowly, slowly swings open. A new world is revealed, a vast, circular, profound darkness, and a new smell, the smell of the observatory. It smells of old wood and dust, and faint, cold machine oil, and something else, a tiny electric scent of ozone. We step inside, out of the wind. We step into the quiet, the dark, the still. We turn, and with all our effort, we pull the massive door shut. It closes with a heavy, final, resounding thud. The sound echoes in the vast, round room, and the high, clear sound of the mountain wind is gone. We are now in complete and total silence. A silence so deep it feels like a soft, heavy blanket. Let's just stand in the darkness for a moment, letting our eyes adjust. We can just barely make out the giant, sleeping shadow of the telescope in the center, pointing up like a silent cannon aimed at the heavens. It is time for the light. We know where the switch is. We feel along the cold stone wall until our fingers find the large, old-fashioned, industrial knife switch. We grasp the wooden handle, take a breath, and pull it down. There is a loud, solid clunk, and in the same instant, a new sound is born. A very low, gentle, steady hum. The sound of old analog electricity coursing through the veins of the building. The sound of the observatory waking up. And high above, a few dim, amber-colored bulbs flicker and then glow to life. They cast just enough light to see the magnificent, ancient machine that will show us the universe. We stand in the vast, circular room, bathed in the dim, amber light. The air is cold, but so still. The giant brass and steel telescope stands in the center, a sleeping giant, its eye pointed up at the closed metal dome. It is time to open the sky. Let's walk over to the large, complex control panel built into the curved wall. It is not a modern panel of buttons. It is a beautiful, old thing made of brass and bakelite with large analog dials and a single, massive black lever. Let's visualize this. Imagine placing your gloved hand on the cold, smooth wooden handle of this great lever. It feels solid, powerful. This is the lever that moves the world. You take a deep breath and you pull the lever down. It moves into its slot with a solid, heavy clunk. For a moment, nothing happens, just the sound of the electric hum. And then you hear it, a deep, low, groaning sound, a sound of immense weight beginning to move. High above you, the massive metal dome is rotating. It is impossibly slow, a deep, grinding, scraping sound that is not alarming but majestic. It is the sound of an ancient mechanism coming to life. You feel the vibration, not in your feet, but deep in your chest. Let's just listen to this sound for a while. This deep, slow, grinding, turning. It is the sound of something monumental, something important happening. And as it turns, you see a sliver of darkness appear, a sliver of the pure black night sky. And then the great panels of the dome begin to slide apart, opening like a giant mechanical eye. The sliver of night becomes a stripe, and then a wide, vast opening. And suddenly, the sound of the mountain wind returns, not a howl, but a high, clear, distant whisper flowing in from the open sky. And the stars are revealed. A river of diamonds spilling down into the room. The sight is overwhelming, perfect. The dome stops moving. The heavy grinding sound ceases, and we are left with only the sound of the electric hum and the high, clear whisper of the wind from above. The observatory is now open. It is ready. Let's walk to the telescope, this magnificent machine. Let's climb the small wooden stool and look into the eyepiece. Let's aim it first at our oldest, most familiar companion. You hear the quiet, precise whir of the small motors as the giant telescope moves with impossible grace. It locks onto its target. You close one eye and look. The moon. It fills your entire vision. So bright, so clear, so close. It is not a flat white disk. It is a world. Let's just look. Let's explore this silver world together with our mind's eye. Let your gaze drift to the seas, the great, dark, smooth plains of ancient lava, the sea of tranquility, the ocean of storms. They look like dark, velvet shadows, so smooth, so peaceful. Now, let your eye move to the highlands, the bright, white, ancient parts of the moon. They are covered, completely covered, in craters, craters upon craters, evidence of billions of years of silence and history. You see the great, bright crater Tycho, with its beautiful rays of white splashed out across the surface like a celestial flower. But the most beautiful part is the line, the terminator, the edge between light and dark. Let's look right there, right on that hazy gray line where day meets night. Here, the shadows are impossibly long. You can see the shadows of the crater walls stretching for miles, like long, dark fingers across the dusty plains. You can see the peaks of mountains right on the edge, catching the last rays of the sun, shining like brilliant white diamonds against the blackness of their own shadows. It is a world of pure, silent, magnificent geometry, of light and shadow. No wind, no water, no sound, just perfect, silent stillness. And we just float here for a long, long, quiet time, just observing, just being. Our breath is slow, our mind is quiet, hypnotized by the beautiful, silent, silver world hanging in the darkness. For a long, long time, we just float, gazing at that beautiful, silent, silver world of the moon. We let its quiet stillness fill our minds. And now, it is time to travel deeper, much, much deeper. Let's pull our eye away from the eyepiece just for a moment. Feel the cool air of the observatory room on your face. Hear the gentle hum of the old machines. We are still here, safe in our stone tower. Now, let's move the telescope. We touch the control panel, and a new sound begins. The quiet, precise, high-pitched whirring of the small servo motors. The giant brass telescope moves with impossible, silent grace, gliding across the black, starry sky, moving past constellations, past clouds of stardust, to a new destination. The motors stop. The high-pitched whirring ceases. Silence returns. Our new target is locked. Let's take a slow breath in, and as we breathe out, let's look. Let's place our eye back to the cold metal eyepiece. At first, just darkness. And then, as our eye adjusts, it appears. So small, so perfect, so impossible. The planet Saturn. Let's just gaze at it. It floats perfectly in the center of your vision, suspended in the deepest, blackest velvet of space. It is not a bright, sharp point of light. It is a perfect, tiny, glowing orb. Let's focus on its color. It is not white like the moon. It is a soft, pale, beautiful, golden yellow, like a drop of ancient, golden honey held in the light. A calm, serene, gentle color. And then the rings. We see them, so thin, so delicate, so perfect. They are tilted on their side from our view, a perfect elliptical halo that surrounds the golden planet. Let's try to see the details. Let's focus all our attention on those rings. They are not solid. They are made of billions of tiny, glittering particles of ice, each one catching the distant sunlight, each one a tiny, separate moon, all of them dancing in a silent, perfect cosmic ballet. A river of ice and light flowing forever around a golden world. We can even see the gap, the famous Cassini division, a tiny, perfect sliver of blackness, a thin, dark line that separates the inner ring from the outer ring. So precise, so delicate. And look closely, just beside it, a tiny pinprick of light. Then another. Its moons, Titan, Rhea, tiny, faithful companions following their planet in its slow, majestic, billion-year journey around the sun. There is no sound here, no wind, no life, just perfect, mathematical, silent beauty. It is the most peaceful and the most majestic sight our human eyes can see. Let's just float here with it. Let our minds drift in the vast, silent, golden peace of this distant world. Our breathing is slow. Our body is still. Our mind is quiet. Just watching. Watching the perfect, silent, golden planet and its impossible, beautiful, glittering rings hanging forever in the deep, dark, silent peace. We take a long, slow breath and let the image of the golden planet dissolve. We have traveled so far, billions of miles, but our journey is not yet over. There is one more destination, one final, beautiful mystery. Let's pull our eye away from the eyepiece one last time. Feel the cool, solid reality of the observatory room around you, the scent of old wood and ozone, the gentle, steady hum of the old machines. You are grounded, you are safe. Let's find our final target. We touch the controls again, and once more, we hear that quiet, precise, high-pitched whirring as the giant brass telescope moves. It glides silently, pointing now to a different quadrant of the sky, pointing to the constellation of Orion, pointing to the hunter's sword. The motors stop. Silence. It is time. Take a deep, slow breath in, and as you breathe out, place your eye to the lens. What is this? This is not a planet. This is not a star. This is a cloud, a magnificent, vast, glowing cloud, the Great Nebula in Orion. Let's just gaze into it. It is not a single point of light. It fills your entire vision with soft, ethereal color. Let's trace these colors together with our mind's eye. See the soft, glowing pinks like the inside of a shellfish. See the deep, rich purples and violets swirling at the edges. See the delicate, wispy blues and greens like a watercolor painting still wet. It is a cloud of gas and dust, a celestial, divine work of art. It is not still, it is alive. You can see the swirls, the currents, the vast, slow, cosmic rivers of light. It is a place of creation. Now, look deep into the very heart of the cloud. Right in the center, do you see them? 4 tiny, brilliant blue-white stars, the trapezium. They are young stars, newborn stars, and it is their light, their intense, youthful energy that is illuminating this entire magnificent cloud. They are lighting up their own cradle. This is a star nursery, a place where new suns and new worlds are being born, right now as we watch. This is not a site of silence or stillness like the moon. This is a site of life, of cosmic potential, of endless, slow, beautiful creation. Let's just float here, in this cloud of creation. Let the soft pink and purple light wash over your mind. Feel the sense of awe, of wonder. Feel how small your worries are compared to this, compared to the slow, patient, beautiful birth of a star. Your journey is complete. You have seen the moon, our quiet neighbor. You have seen the planet, our majestic, distant cousin. And now you have seen the nebula, our cosmic, creative home. You have seen everything, and your mind is full of this quiet, cosmic light, full of peace. With a final, long, peaceful gaze, you slowly pull your eye away from the telescope. The image of the beautiful, swirling purple light is seared into your mind. A perfect, final image for your dreams. You feel a profound sense of completion, of peace. The journey is over. The call has been answered. You climb down from the small wooden stool. Your body feels heavy, heavy in the most wonderful, relaxing way. Your mind is quiet, still, floating in the cosmic wonders you have just witnessed. It is time to rest. You look over to the corner of the vast circular room. You see a simple, old, comfortable-looking cot, a small wooden bed with a thick woolen blanket folded neatly on top. It is the astronomer's bed, and tonight it is yours. Let's walk over to it. Our footsteps are almost silent on the old stone floor. We reach the cot and we sit down. And then we lie down. A long, deep sigh of release as your body sinks into the mattress. You are completely supported. You reach for the heavy wool blanket and pull it up over you. Feel its comforting, grounding weight, instantly making you feel safe and secure. You are lying here in this ancient stone tower on the very peak of a silent, sleeping mountain. You are protected by the thick, strong walls, and above you, the vast, magnificent dome is open to the universe. Let's not close our eyes just yet. Let's just look up through the wide open slit in the dome. You can see a perfect, long, rectangular slice of the brilliant starry sky. A river of diamonds flowing peacefully just for you. Now, let's just listen. Let the sounds of the observatory become your final lullaby. Listen to the high, clear, gentle whisper of the mountain wind as it flows over the open dome. It is the sound of pure, clean, empty space. And listen underneath that to the deep, steady, constant hum of the old, warm electricity. It is the heartbeat of the observatory, a steady, reliable, grounding sound that says, "All is well, all is well." The whisper of the wind and the hum of the power. Let these two sounds be your anchor. Let them hold you as you begin to drift. Your eyelids are so heavy now, so very heavy. It feels so good to let them finally close. You can still see the stars even through your closed eyelids. A soft, gentle remembrance of light. You are floating now, drifting in a sea of cosmic peace. Your body is warm, your mind is quiet. You have seen the universe, and now it is time to join it in its deep, silent, peaceful sleep. Rest now, my dearest dreamer. Rest. Sleep.